Indonesia menunjukkan komitmennya terhadap penanggulangan iklim melalui ratifikasi Paris Agreement dalam Undang-Undang Nomor 16 Tahun 2016 dan upaya aktif menurunkan emisi karbon sebagai bagian dari agenda keberlanjutan nasional dan global. Sebagai presidensi G20 pada tahun 2022, Indonesia juga mendorong G20 Bali Declaration yang mendukung finalisasi ISSB Standards untuk pelaporan keberlanjutan global. Standar ini telah didukung oleh IOSCO, G20, ACMF, dan organisasi internasional lainnya, serta 26 negara telah berkomitmen untuk menerapkannya. Komitmen terhadap isu keberlanjutan ini membutuhkan pendanaan besar dari investor yang semakin menuntut transparansi. Mengintegrasikan informasi keberlanjutan dan laporan keuangan ini menjadi kebutuhan utama bagi pasar modal, pendanaan internasional, dan perdagangan global. Selama lebih dari 50 tahun, IAI telah menjadi pemimpin dalam penyusunan standar akuntansi di Indonesia. Sejak 2020, IAI mengambil langkah proaktif dalam membangun infrastruktur pelaporan keberlanjutan melalui pembentukan Task Force Comprehensive Corporate Reporting yang diikuti dengan pembentukan Dewan Pemantau Standar Keberlanjutan dan Dewan Standar Keberlanjutan untuk memastikan tata kelola yang kuat. Saat ini, IAI sedang menyiapkan standar pengungkapan keberlanjutan yang merujuk pada ISSB Standards, melengkapi laporan keuangan dan menjawab kebutuhan pengungkapan keberlanjutan yang semakin mendesak. Penerapan standar pengungkapan keberlanjutan tidak dapat hanya sebatas penyusunan standar. Namun, penerapan standar tersebut memerlukan ekosistem laporan keberlanjutan yang memadai. Strategi penerapan standar pengungkapan keberlanjutan yang terarah dan komprehensif sangat penting karena standar tersebut merupakan inisiatif baru di Indonesia. Dalam peta jalan ini, IAI memuat strategi penerapan standar pengungkapan keberlanjutan sebagai berikut. 1. Tingkat kesesuaian standar. Hal ini untuk memastikan ketentuan standar sesuai dengan tingkat kesiapan perusahaan dan praktik laporan keberlanjutan. Kedua, tanggal efektif standar. Hal ini untuk memastikan perusahaan memiliki waktu yang cukup untuk menerapkan standar. Usulan aktivitas penguatan ekosistem laporan keberlanjutan di Indonesia diantaranya adalah 1. Regulasi penggunaan standar pengungkapan keberlanjutan. 2. Assurance laporan keberlanjutan. 3. 3. Infrastruktur pendukung terkait. 4. Pengembangan kompetensi. Dan 5. Penyusunan standar. Peta jalan standar pengungkapan keberlanjutan menandai langkah awal menuju ekosistem pelaporan keberlanjutan yang kuat. Peta jalan ini akan memandu bisnis, regulator, dan pemangku kepentingan untuk mencapai pengungkapan keberlanjutan berkualitas tinggi yang selaras secara global.
Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia berdiri pada 23 Desember 1957. Akuntan muda tanah air mengambil prakarsa pendirian IAI, dipimpin oleh Profesor Sumarjo Citro Sidoyo. IAI didirikan untuk membimbing dan mempertinggi mutu pendidikan akuntansi dan mempertinggi mutu pekerjaan akuntan. Sejak itu, IAI berkembang menjadi organisasi profesi akuntan yang turut mewarnai sejarah perekonomian Indonesia. Inisiasi penting selanjutnya adalah ketika IAI mengambil tanggung jawab menjadi standar setter untuk mendukung pasar modal dan dunia investasi Indonesia. IAI menerbitkan prinsip akuntansi Indonesia (PAI) dan norma pemeriksaan akuntan (NPA). PAI nantinya berkembang menjadi standar akuntansi keuangan (SAK). IAI terus tumbuh menjadi pengawal transparansi dan akuntabilitas perekonomian Indonesia. Dalam dinamika global, IAI menjadi pendiri dan anggota IFAC, pendiri dan anggota ASEAN Federation of Accountant (AFA), serta Associate Member Chartered Accountant Worldwide (CAW). Di masa kini, tidak bisa dibantahkan, IAI berperan di hampir semua sektor perekonomian. DPN periode 2022-2026 akan meneruskan estafet kepemimpinan profesi menuju IAI bersatu bersama menciptakan peluang meraih kesuksesan. Melalui rencana strategis IAI periode 2022-2026, IAI tumbuh, kuat, dan berkelanjutan. Rencana strategi IAI terdiri dari 4 pilar. Pilar 1, memperkuat transformasi profesi akuntansi melalui peningkatan kuantitas dan kualitas akuntan Indonesia yang memiliki kompetensi, kredibilitas, serta mematuhi regulasi, kode etik, dan standar profesi. Pilar 2, meningkatkan kepercayaan publik kepada profesi akuntansi sebagai pemimpin dalam pengembangan ekosistem keuangan dan keberlanjutan. Pilar 3, memperkuat perlindungan hukum dan praktik keprofesian akuntan di berbagai sektor di era keberlanjutan. Pilar 4, meningkatkan tata kelola organisasi IAI dan memperluas kerjasama dengan pemangku kepentingan profesi akuntansi. IAI siap mengawal perekonomian Indonesia menuju Sustainable Development Goals. IAI tumbuh, kuat, dan berkelanjutan.
Good morning to everyone and welcome to AICPA SEMA and IAI joint webinar Future Ready Finance Leaders Leading Digital Transformation in a Disruptive World. My name is Silvana from SEMA Indonesia office. To ensure that the session today runs smoothly, there are some house rules to follow. Number one, we expect participants to mute their microphone to avoid any background noise during the sessions. Number two, participants can turn off their camera to save bandwidth. Number three, if you have questions later during the sessions, you can post them on the chat box and we will go through the questions during the Q&A sessions. Number four, the sessions is recorded and will be broadcasted on IAI's social medias. Thank you. Now I would like to call upon Bapak Denny Purhadianto, CA, IAI Council Member, to deliver the welcome remarks. Over to you, Pak Denny.
Thank you, Silvana. Bismillah. Assalamualaikum. Good morning. Mr. Edi Andrianto Ahmad Ghazali, Mr. Dwi Putra Widianto, and SEMA colleges in Indonesia. And also, I would like to mention my colleges in Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia Executive Management Teams. I can see Pak Toto over here. Dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to this important webinar. Today, we gather in recognition of an urgent and exciting reality. The accountant and finance profession is undergoing a profound transformation across the world and indeed across Indonesia. Finance professionals are no longer confined to traditional roles. We are called upon to reframe the profession's identity and value, to become strategic leaders equipped with forward-thinking mindset, digital capabilities, and the agility to navigate rapid change. In this era of accelerating technology, shifting stakeholders' expectations, and economic uncertainty, the role of finance is not just to report the numbers, but to make sense of them, to lead through them, and to transform organizations with them. As chartered accountants and finance professionals, we must embrace new tools such as automation, artificial intelligence, and advanced data analytics. But more than that, we must be prepared to lead, to influence decisions, and to drive business performance from the front, confidently leveraging AI and technology to lead, not follow, and positioning ourselves as chief value officers who bring strategic insight and sustainable impact. At IAI, we call it beyond the numbers and CA difference maker. This is why today's session is more than a knowledge sharing platform. It is a call to action, a call for us to think boldly, act strategically, and develop the leadership capacity to shape the future of our organizations and the professions. Dear colleagues and friends, a highlight of today's event is the introduction of the IAI SEMA Strategic Leader Program, a collaboration that we at IAI are proud of. This initiative represents a significant step forward in expanding global opportunities for Indonesians, accountants, and finance professionals. Through this program, qualified professionals in Indonesia can pursue the prestigious CGMA, Chartered Global Management Accountant designation, through a fast-track pathway that blends global best practices with local relevance. This program is not only a recognition of Indonesian talent, it is an investment in our leadership potential. It is designed for those who wish to step into strategic roles, lead transformation initiatives, and elevate their impact on the business landscape, both in Indonesia and beyond. Our objectives today are clear: to inspire future-ready leaderships in finance, to share actionable insight into how technology is reshaping our function, to introduce a world-class learning pathway through the CIMA IAI collaboration and to support the professional advancement of Indonesian accountants toward global recognition. To conclude this speech, let me extend our appreciation to our strategic partner, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, CIMA, for their continued collaboration and shared commitment to advancing the profession in Indonesia. I would like to thank our distinguished speaker, Mr. Edi Adrianto Ahmad Kusali, for sharing his expertise and leadership journey with us today. May this webinar spark new insight, meaningful connections, and bold steps towards shaping the finance leaders of tomorrow. I'm also excited to later serve you as your moderator, helping guide the conversations that will unfold during these important sessions. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for the welcome remarks, Pak Denny. Next, I would like to call Bapak Dwi Putra Widianto, SIMA Indonesia Country Manager, to deliver detailed information on SIMA IAI Strategic Leader Program. Pak Dwi, over to you.
Terima kasih Silvana. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera untuk kita semuanya. Perkenalkan, nama saya Dwi Putra Widianto dan pada kesempatan ini kami mengucapkan banyak terima kasih kepada rekan-rekan dari Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia dengan Bapak Denny Purhardianto for accepting us to come and share some of the insight from our esteemed members based in Southeast Asia region, and also to share about the lovely information for CA members. Also, we would like to say thank you to Pak Januarto Alamsyah, Pak Toto, and also Mbak Monik, Bu Eli, and all the esteemed members of IAI who are happily attending the session this morning and would like to listen to the sharing session that will be delivered by one of our member, Eddie. So, okay, we are still waiting for the slides to be ready. Right. So first of all, we would like to share this information to beloved CA members that we are now starting to have, not saying starting, we already have a program that is collaboration between IAI, named SIMA IAI Strategic Leaders Program. But before we go to the program, let me share you about the CGMA program first. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah. So maybe you always heard about SEMA, but recently we tried to bring in CGMA, Chartered Global Management Accountants, as this designated designation for the qualification to be more highlighted. So SEMA is actually the institution, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, who are founded in 1919 and is one of the leading and the largest professional body of management accountants. We are originally from UK, recognized globally, and this is the most important part. When we talk about management accountants and also SEMA itself, we are more focusing on this area, business and financial analysis, strategy modeling, and decision making toward business success. So this will help and also giving you additional value, especially for this chartered accountants in the area in these three areas. Next, please. So back in 2017, AICPA, American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, already joined form into one roof, into one umbrella, which is now between SEMA and American Institute of CPA. We are now under the new form named the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. However, each of us still hold the fundamental of our qualification. So AICPA is still doing their CPA program, while SEMA is still doing the Management Accountants program. But now both members is already in one roof. That's why now if you saw some of our members, they have the title as a CGMA. as a new title, as a designation that is built to cater these two international qualification bodies. So for SEMA, the title is SEMA CGMA, while for AICPA is CPA CGMA. Next, please. This is a bit highlight about us. So we are having more than 580,000 members and students across the globe, more presence in more than 150 countries. We have 54 credential and designation name, 173,000 organization employs our member, and also we have 33 representative office, which one of us is in Indonesia. Next. This is just to give a glimpse of who are we work with in global market. However, we also partnering with some of the Indonesian and also the multinational company in Indonesia and also the local company in Indonesia, which I can share with you on the next slide. Here are our partners in Indonesia. Definitely, we have a very close relationship with IAI, Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia, and also with several companies across Indonesia, which you can see the name on the slides. Some of the companies here are using our professional qualification for their talent development, especially to become in the strategic positions. Next. So what makes us different or unique? What makes SEMA or CGMA designation unique? So this is our fundamental competency framework where with the CGMA qualification, we are heavily focusing on these 5 skills: technical skills, business skills, people skills, leadership skills, and digital skills. Just like the topic that we will be delivering today, we will be talking about leading digital transformation where everything now is disrupted with the digitalization. Hence, digital skills, as you can see on the screen, is spotted in the middle, which also touching with the technical, with the business, the people skills, and also the leadership skills. We need to embrace the digital skills in every sectors. That's why this fundamental competency framework become the most important parts where it lies on the core of CGMA learning. Where we're talking about the technical skills, it's a day-to-day technical accounting and finance skills that you are doing in the business. And then we are adding on the business skill, how we're transforming those technical skills to become insight and strategy. And once you have the business, once you have everything, how you try to communicate, influence, negotiating, and collaborate with others. This is another element that will become one of the fundamental area in the CGMA qualification. And once you can have those kind of influence, how you take the lead, how you build and motivating your team, yourself, and the company to drive into the performance. That's why this is just like a cycle where it helps each other and it builds the qualification until now. Next. Now we're coming to the program we had with Ikatan Akuntan Indonesia, SEMA IAI Strategic Leaders Program. So as you can see here, this is the organic routes. This is the steps that you need to do when you want to become a CGMA. There are 16 exams, multiple layers, levels that many or some of the people who doesn't have the combination need to do. However, for a CA, you have a special route. You have something that no one can do, which you can go straight to the final exam named Strategic Case Study Exam. The required for this program is, can you press next for one? Yeah. So it's pretty simple. We just need you to become a EIE or a chartered accountant of EIE within at least 6 years of relevant experience in finance and business function. And you can go right to the strategic case study exam, one exam only. and after then you can be converted and you can get the once you pass the exam, you can get the qualification and you can get the dual qualification CA and also CGMA. Within this within this exam, you will be having an intensive workshop which cover three main areas of our syllabus: strategic management, risk management, and financial strategy. Next. This will be the topics and subtopics that you will be getting at when you are doing SEMA IAI Strategic Leaders Program. This is just the basic of theories, where in the end of this, you will be doing what we call as a mock exam. So this is the theory, this is the learning that you will be taking during the workshops. And then during that workshop, you will be having a mock exam that play a vital position when you want to see or when you want to go for the SEMA exam, because mock exam is putting you in the same situation like you are doing the exam. Next, please. Okay, so like I said, what we will do, we are doing what we call as a case study exam. So you will be given about 20 to 30 pages of case study. And from that case study, you will do the learning together while you are doing the workshop with your peers, with the groups. And then in the end of the day, you will do what we call as a role playing. So when you do the case study, you will do the role play as part of the case. Like what you can see here, that you are having an email from your CFO, and how you react, how you respond to whatever cases that you are facing, whatever requests that coming from your CFO about the company, about the issue that you are facing. So again, like what I say, with doing CGMA, it's not about remembering all the theory, all the learning, but how you can understand the theory and how you can implement those learning into the picture and then putting them on the paper, just like you answering on any kind of situation that you are facing when you are in the workforce. Next. Okay, so we will be having a preparation class for this November exam, which the schedule, as you can see, we will start the sessions or the class on the 20th of September. And the classes will happen on every Saturday. And it takes about 7 to 8 weeks to complete the learning or the preparation class. The estimation exam period will be taken place on November, between 19th to 21st of November, which you can choose whatever you are comfortable with. And the result will be out on the 15th January 2026. So how to register for the program? Again, like I said, it's pretty simple. As long as you are CA or EIE members, CA Chartered Accountants holder, you just need to complete the application form, which you can obtain from EIE, and you share with us the updated and detailed CV, academic certificates and transcript, scan of your CA certificate, and this is the most important part, is you need to have the letter of good standing from IAI, which you need to obtain within a month before you submitted the application. And last but not least is the scan of your ID. It could be your KTP or it could be your passport. With this collaboration, EIE will have an exclusive price for the active members to join for this program. So all you need to do is go and ask for EIE, or you can email and contact ppl.iai@iaiglobal.or.id, and EIE team will reach out to you about the more detail. Last but not least, these are some of our members, which also CA members who are having this dual qualification, CA and also CGMA. And they are coming towards the same program, CA pathway, or we call it a SEMA IAI Strategic Leaders Program. So now it's your turn to take this as a good opportunity for you to obtain CGMA qualification to bring in more value for your CA certificate. Thank you. Oh, okay. There are some, okay, sorry, forgot to mention. These are some researches that we did, and this is available for CA or for EIE to be downloaded. So any of you on this room who are looking for some research or looking for some additional materials, documents about sustainability, future of finance, and anything that is interesting for you, you can click on the link here, or you can go to aicpacima.com/topic/sustainability-ESG, where you can download the documents for free. And if you need more information, you can go to EIE and ask them if there are some other materials that we can share. We are more than happy to share them with EIE. That's all from me. Thank you, and hopefully you enjoy the session. Back to you, Silvana.
Thank you, Padwi, for the session. Now, before we start the main session, we will have a quick photo session. Therefore, I would like to ask Mr. Edi Kozali, Bapak Denny Purhadianto, IAI Council Member, Ibu Eli Zarni Husin, IAI Executive Director, Bapak Januarto Alamsyah, IAI Director of Knowledge Center, Bapak Dwi Putra Widianto, SIMA Indonesia Country Manager, to turn on your camera for a moment. Okay, IAI team will help us to take the photo.
Dan, Mbak. Sudah, Mbak.
Okay, it's done.
Ya.
Thank you. Now we can start the main session. I would like to introduce our moderator and speaker for today's session. First, our moderator, Pak Denny Purhadianto, CA. Bapak Denny Purhadianto is a member of the National Council of IAI for the 2022 to 2026 term. Previously, he served as a member of the IAI Quality Review Board for the 2022 to 2023 term. He is the founder of CREDIA's network of professionals and a partner at the Law Receiver and Administration Office, FAFAFA ASW and Partners. He earned his bachelor's and master's degrees in accounting from Erlangga University and completed a postmaster program through the CPA Australia International Partnership Program. Next, our honorable speakers, Edi Kozali, FCMA CGMA. Edi Ahmad Kozali currently serves as the Managing Director or CEO of Malaysian Maritime Academy Sendirian Berhad, a subsidiary of MISC Berhad, since August 2023. Prior to this, he held various positions at MBI Selangor from 2015 to 2023. Edi has received several prestigious awards, including the CGMA Professional Award Asia Pacific 2024, finalist for Business Manager of the year 2014, NAFMA, and the Best Exit Award 2013 from the Malaysian Venture Capital and Private Equity Association. He holds the title of the Fellow Chartered Management Accountant FCMA and CGMA Chartered Global Management Accountant from CIMA, and is a graduate of the Bachelor of Commerce program from the University of Queensland, Australia. I will now pass the floor to Pak Denny and Edi. Thank you.
Thank you, Silvana. Good morning. Hey, Eddie. How are you?
Thank you. Let me unmute my. Thank you. Good. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you. Before we start, it's a really pleasure for me to moderating this session, especially with you, Eddie, one of the awardees of the CGMA Asia Pacific Professional Award in 2024, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Just recently.
it's a great honor for us.
Yeah, for my
So,
work at Yayasan
think,
Selangor.
yeah, I think the audiences also share the same experience. They are eager uh, to follow your lead in navigating this disruption era. So you have until 10:30 Indonesian time or 11:30 Malaysian time, KL time,
Okay.
to deliver your material, and then we can continue with question and ask session. I would like also to mention to our attendees, participants, that if you like to ask questions at any point of time, you can type on the chat. Yeah, and then I will pick the questions to be responded by Eddie. Without further ado,
Okay. Let me try.
thank you, Eddie.
Thank
Please.
you. Let me try to share the slide first. Can I share the slide? Okay. So, you got my slide up?
Yes,
Oh,
I can see
okay.
your slide.
Firstly, thank you, Pak Denny, and our MC for today, Ms. Silvana. Let me thank also to Ikatan Accountant Indonesia for giving me the opportunity, and for my SEMA and ICPA for propose my name to be part of a sharing session. Let me start with a quote from Mr. Davenport. AI won't replace manager, but manager will use AI will replace those who don't. So we all can relate to that, right? So today I would like to share with you some thoughts, my thoughts on the future-ready financial leaders leading digital transformation on the disruptive world. Okay, let me start with a marathon mindset. This is a picture of me and my wife. Recently, on the 6th of July, at Gold Coast, Indonesia, I completed my first full marathon at age of 50 years old. So a moment just just not end of something, but it start of something more meaningful. So side by side with my wife, we celebrate 25 years of marriage. So every step of this race actually is a mediation for me on discipline, endurance, adaptability, and also a mental clarity. It reminds me that true strength is not just a body, but of the spirit. If you look at myself, my wife said peace, and I already that time and already say that's it, whether I can finish or not. Then when I saw it in the pictures, I saw this just Nike picture, just do it. I think this is really good to remind me on to doing that. So finally, almost 3 minutes before 6 hours, both of us completed the marathon. So much like marathon, the world of finance demand the same resilient and heart of mind. Today, as we navigate disruptions, lead transformation, and strive to the digital finish line, so let's do with the unwavering purpose and with integrity. Because whether on track or in the boardroom, every journey matters. Every finish line is really just start of something new. So this one actually is start for me for to aim next 5 years what I want to achieve better. So let me share my journey first. I spent more than 25 years across aviation, banking, manufacturing, education, and most recently government-linked company, either with the MBI Selangor and MIC Berhad. Both of them are linked with the company, with the government. So almost 10 years. Throughout my journey, I lead strategic management initiative and also financial transformation that help organizations stay agile and competitive. My passion lies in the strengthening of the governance and also building resilient organization, as most important, the financial frameworks. Because I believe that a solid financial foundation is what truly keep a company strong, stable, and ready for the change. So my latest achievement actually is leading the academic laut Malaysia through 19% transition towards become a full-fledged university college. We managed to submit on 30th June. So that effort reflects the vision, persistence, and cross-sector collaboration. While at the Yayasan Selangor, I do spearhead the institution turnaround that refine its operation direction, restore shareholder confidence, and its role has deepened my belief in purpose of leadership and a long-term impact. So let's move the challenge. Actually, if you look at the today finance landscape, the world is changing faster than ever. We see a big shift in the AI, blockchains, and cloud technology. Look at reshaping how we manage data, transaction, and also insights. But as exciting as this, it also means that we need to adapt quickly and rethink how we do things every day, right? So with this all technology growth, we are all facing more cyber risk and tougher regulations. At the same time, the type of talent that we need is also evolving. It's not just about financial knowledge anymore. It's about people who can think digitally, stay agile, and also help to lead transformation with confidence. This is the stuff that we good at, right, Pak Denny? So
Yes.
yeah, okay. Before that, I did do some check online with the public available AI. I put a simple questions. I am accountant. Will I replace by AI? Give me simple pro and contra box answer. So look at a table itself. If you look at a table, AI is transforming accounting by automating routine tasks, improving accuracy, and allow us to work more efficient. It's like having a powerful assistant that handles the heavy lifting. Last time, when we asked our assistant, it take what, 2-3 days to do that. Nowadays, it's just what, 1 minute, 2 minutes, we got the answer already. So this gives us more time to focus on the big picture thinking and also decision making. But AI has the limits. It cannot replace the human judgment, relationship, and also the trust that we bring to the table. Complex situation, emotional intelligence, and ethic consideration, which I consider as important, still require our touch. So while AI is a tool to support us, it's not a substitute for us. I believe at the moment, until they have introduced better AI in replacing us as humans. Okay, you look at the code there, same thing. Devonport said very clear. Accountants who embrace AI tools may find themselves more in demand for strategic, analytical, and advisory roles. So looking at that, there is advantage, opportunity for us in the finance world today. We are not just managing budget or reports, but become a real value creator. By working closely with other part of the business, finance team help shape the strategy, guide the decision, and unlock new opportunity for the growth. We are not just supporting the business, we are helping to lead them. With a tool like automation and data-driven forecasting, can now predict trends, respond faster to changes, and make a smarter decisions. These shifts allow us to move from being reactive to become more proactive. So using this insight that drive transformation and build stronger, and we can become more resilient for the organization, then it's more important for them to value us at the end. So moving towards that, with this opportunity we have, what kind of skill set that digital age that we have? I gather it from the source using AI. I got it from the CIMA, SIP, Future Finance 2.0 research, and the CMA Syllabus Upgrade Plan for 2026. It's 5 critical areas. If we look at one, why I put as a data literacy is we understand, we can interpret, we can visualize data. We know how to work with the dashboard, report, and the predictive tool. Power BI, for example. Second part is the cyber security. We know how to protect the organization. We know the risk, we know the threat. For example, like hacking, data leaks, managing. We are able to managing digital trust, and we also need to comply with understand or internal control for digital environment. The third one is automation and technology proficiency. Tools like robotic process automation, ERP, and other new technology that fix or improve business challenges. We need to know them. We should know how to use this technology to make our work more efficient and intelligent. So the number 4 is for me is strategic thinking and transformation. As we are no longer a report preparer, we are the strategic navigator, finance engineer, who help to guide the organization, the team, the project through a complex situation with a clear long-term strategy in mind. Be careful. My experience on the most GLC in Malaysia are short-term target. Reason why I found it because most of the top leaders been assigned in the short-term contract. So they need to show something. So you need to aware on this also. So this is a long-term strategy that play critical role for us and accountant in make sure that organization stay stronger. Last one is digital communication. This is soft skill that CIMA said, people skill. We need to have that because especially for generation like me, 50s, we need to manage the 2 generations, the top one and the below one. So you need to have different skill set of communication to handle these things. It's not about yourself, but you also need to train the team leaders, your team members, to understand well. So you'll be able to put a set of vision on digital transformation, to be able to understand market and contribute for the advising in the digital transformation enterprise. So, but most important, when you have all the skill, for me, it's about your ethical governance and responsibility of AI. The key message here is actually is a trust. Accountants, CA, like us, we must protect what the matter was most, trust. Our job is to question the AI, actually, where it's being used intentionally or unintentionally. So let me walk through our role when it comes to using AI and technology on the right way. This is an idea. First is about fairness. We need to make sure that no group or team is left out or treated unfairly. No bias, no discrimination. The next is data ethics. We have to ask whether is the answer coming from. Are we using any trademark or protected information without knowing it? That's question marks. Then transparency. We need to understand how AI come up with this answer. It's not just about what answer it is, but how it got there. So when you put it into your notebook, you just get the answer. But where it actually come from? Is it affected you? So the next one is accountability is the key. If something goes wrong, who takes responsibility? Who manages the risk? And who step in to fix it? So at the end, it's still human, right? And finally, is a human oversight. There has to be a human in the loop, especially when the auditor always asks, how did you get this result for? So we need to able to explain it very clearly, just not depending say, oh, the company already done the AI. That's what you put it. For my experience when I'm doing the with the banks, we put a program, we understand where it's come from our data. So when we put a result, we know where is it, the source, the parameters, and everything that we are putting there. So know what is the risk assessment plan is. So my recommendation is for us to be curious, critical, and courageous to question AI before using it. So my next slide, I'm go fast, is it? So what I did, I lesson from my practice. In case of Alam and MMASB. MMASB actually is a company under the MIC Berhad that be given concession by the government of Malaysia to run academic law Alam on behalf of the government. So what we did, actually, one of the biggest lesson that I learned during this transformation is just about the tools. It's more about people. At Alam, we reimage the governance and compliance through digital framework. And we apply the blue ocean strategy by co-creating our transformation plan. So last time, we only involved about less than 10% of the top management in performing our academic plan. But this time, we managed to engage more than 30% of our staff in the teams. And the most important, every member of my finance team actively contribute to every working group in our plans. That collaboration create ownership and brought us to new energy for the change. While at the company level, we take it step further. We adopt a Power BI for the monthly performance report by connecting the financial system, the campus management system. We turn our report to live discussion. So using data to make it fast and informed decision. So everybody understand it better and how to help them. And then more people come to finance to ask for details that will be able to help them. So now currently we are working with the activity-based costing to track the faculty level performance and to identify better cost management strategies. It's not just reporting, but using finance as driver for our smarter operation and better decision in ensuring that sustainability of the college stay and become better university. So for the past, while at the Prima Bagus, this is a factory company. We are producing, last time we are one of the factory that produced 90% of the QSR requirement. For example, the Burger King, the meat from the Burger King is come from this factory. So we saw the power of technology in managing both content and finance. So we introduced the ERP in 2008 because we know that we need a better accuracy and reliability in our financial report. It was a ball move that time, but it's paying off, giving us a real-time visibility control for our budget while laying a foundation for sound and financial government. That's the one that my team and I, we got this best exit for the 2003 during the venture capital. We set off this company by CIMB, sell to the third party with a better multiple money that we receive, we invest during that time. While at this Media Selangor, I think we learned a lot from Indonesia that time, using powerful tools for the smart social media. So we're using the hot suits to track across the channel. We have a lot of funds, but we don't know how to ensure that the fund is allocate properly to the respective channel and to the respective area of the things. So with this hot suit, we are able to track the news across the channel, ensuring positive story are distributed effectively while giving our finance team a clear data-driven insight on how allocated funds are used. It's a real impact they created. So that's my experience using the finance. So that is the past. So what is the future? So the future CFO for me is from compliance officer to the strategic navigator. The role of CFO is changing fast. It is no longer just about compliance and reporting, but we are now expecting to look ahead and guide the business through disruptions. Whether it's climate risk, new technology like AI, or shifting regulations, we need to anticipate what is coming and help the organization stay one step ahead. It's possible 2 or 3 steps ahead. Just like when you talk to your CFO, you need to understand the CEO, the board of directors, as well as other key stakeholder motivation and objective. As for the managers, accountant like us, we need also to be able to explain this to our team member so that they can see what we can see. It will help us to become better in our managing our teams. So this means building team agile, embracing digital tools, and creating culture that are ready to adapt. That is a situation that we face now. We need to have an agile team. We need to embrace our digital tools and create a new culture that ready to adapt and move towards on it. At the same time, we should not also focus on delivering real value to our shareholder, not just shareholder, but for the employees, for the customer, and also for our community. It's all about driving sustainable growth. Make sure finance play a key role in shaping the future of the business. So my final thoughts. Leadership today is more than just making decisions. It's about playing a long game. You need to be marathon ready, not chasing short wins, but building a lasting impact. That means showing up with the integrity, leading with the courage, and staying true to our values when it's tough. In the word of moving fast with digital change, is our ethical compass that keep us steady and grounded. Technology is a powerful tool, but trust is a real currency. As a leader, we must embrace innovation while protecting the trust of our teams, customers, and communities. Like Gandhi said, it's not about the outcome, it's about doing the right thing, even when the results aren't immediate, because if we do nothing, there will be no result. So let us lead with purpose, act with the integrity, and keep moving forward with the courage. For my last slide, I would like to thank you so much of your time. You know it's quick, but before I leave, I just leave you with 2 verses for the reflection. Surah Al-Baqarah ayat 216 and Matthew 7:13-14. I hope they will offer some meaningful insights for you. And if you like to connect and continue the conversation, you can reach me at the link at the Eddie Kozali. Thank you very much, Pak Daniel. And
thank you.
Guys, for everything I said out of the line.
Thank you. Thank you for a clear and concise thought from you, Eddie.
Yeah.
Because you ended with verses, right, in Quran and in Bible. I think that verses helps us to clear our conscience. So thank you very much for the presentation. Yeah, it's intriguing that you said that trust is the real currency, Eddie. So, if trust is the real currency, but can it be materialized? Or those material things actually can be there because of trust itself? Could you please share your thought on this? Why is the trust is the real currency?
Trust is real currency, is it?
Yeah, trust is the real currency.
That's a great question, actually. As accountant, we are trained to be trusted, right? But the real leader also need to learn on the trust of others. I like to say that I try to search on it, try to look on certain gurus or leaders to say that. I got one in the say that the Caliph of Sayyidina Ali say that don't betray the one who trusts you even if they betray you. That's remind me that being trustworthy is our responsibility, but trusting other take a wisdom for you. So in the workplace, we often work closely with our colleagues, but remember, doesn't mean that everyone is our close friends. Especially when you work with the government-related agency, you need to be careful extra. So trust need to be built wisely with a professional and a good judgment. It takes years for me to learn on this. Lucky on my journey during GRC, it helped my judgment. But do remember to doa and tawakal too. The mindset that I will see that for the leadership actually or trust, it's not about power, but it's our accountability to both people and our number one. Mean that whoever that you believe as our God. And for my journey, I learned that when we trust wisely and lead with the wisdom, we can create space for teamwork, growth, and also a real progress.
Yeah, very interesting. That reminds me also of many years ago, that I've trained as an accountant. My professor said, one of the good quality of the accountant you have to keep in your mind is professional skepticism. I think I think as an addition to what you said about to be wise in trusting others, then we should keep on our professional skepticism, Eddie. And also, Eddie, you said on the, if I'm not mistaken, your second slide about the pros and cons of using AI in technology. So it's still about trust. My question is, but how can you trust technology if our ability to store and our capability as human to store and manage data, vast amount of data, is very limited? And now more and more of us rely on the artificial intelligence. For instance, Eddie, I think 2 weeks ago, I've asked DeepSeek. Now I'm using DeepSeek more than ChatGPT, right? To analyze one specific financial reports of a multinational company. And the way it works is so fascinating. It has a good and clear analysis on the subject, on the financial reports of that entity. So again, how can you trust AI or machine or technology, even though we know that humans are very limited?
Yes, I did bring when you talk about ethics that I walked through the 6 steps regarding on how you want to, when you want to use AI, and you need to question the AI itself. I did that last time when I'm with a private equity with the CIMB banks. We have this system that we need to put in all the data and then we put it into our system, we get the result, then we see that what actually the impact. Currently, but I think about last year, someone asked me to help me to look on this matter. So I get the same financial data, I put it there in the own software or Excel. I already know that there is what is the red flags, everything that you know that is thing. It's just a matter that you need to confirm it. Is it right, your analysis or not? So I pump in the data into the AI, the public open AI, that I have to change everything, the names of the company, everything of the company, so that because they keep recording all your data. So when you keep recording data, so you need to be careful on what you put inside the name. Is the public available information data? It's okay because it's there already. They use that, the public, the same thing. So they, when it's independently data, especially on your company, be careful on that because you don't want to share your internal data to the public domains. So you must understand that what actually the red flag already. And the AI actually for me is to confirm that this is the red flag and it's confirmed back to your analysis, initial analysis. Because at the end of the day, AI come from the human itself. It's come from the principle that we set up, and then what is the parameter that we put it as, what is the red flag, what is the green flag and the yellow flag. So all these things we know that AI also come in on that. And then the first part, I also been receiving from the AI company saying that you are expert on this thing. Are you willing to become part of our need to do the analysis, everything? So then I know that yes, the AI actually been developed by the expert itself. The good thing about that, we can use the expert at our means. That you need to understand better. You need to have a strong foundation of your technicals. Then you understand it very clear. So you need to do a cross check. For me, it's matter of you cross check, you confident with your things, and you challenge back the AI. Sometimes AI do some analysis that does not really reflect that our things. So they only can understand we have put a clear indicator, a clear significant data that help them to part. So that's what I did, and I believe that this is the way that we need to use AI as our assistant rather than too depending on AI.
Yeah, not to be an apartheid person myself, but I agree with you that use them as our assistant, not yet partner, right?
Yes.
Because we are exposed to a very substantial risk if we are not very careful.
Yep.
I think, including me myself, before we log on onto the AI system, there are terms and agreements that have full length, many pages. I think we have to read it very carefully.
Yes.
Especially, you're correct, Eddie, the proprietorship of the data itself.
Yep.
How extensive they can use, I mean, the AI can use the data that we input, because we have to be very careful, and also it can impose a substantial accountant or finance officer. So I have one question here from Riyadi. I want to read. I read it to you now, Eddie.
Okay.
From your experience, what is the most significant challenge organizations face in upskilling their existing finance teams in these areas? And what practical steps have you found most effective to overcome it? The challenge and how to overcome it, to upskill them.
The
And
first,
factor usia, we said.
Faktor usia, yes, faktor usia play important roles. It depends on your community actually. I've been in Kuala Lumpur, working in Kuala Lumpur with a fast-moving environment. With the currently with the Malaysian Maritime Academy is a suburb back in Malacca. So the community is totally different. And then based on the community, it also factor usia lah. Nation, they are happy to change because they will always question why you do this. Why? Because you need to answer it. The older generation, last time, when we ask them to do it, they just do it without thinking. So for the younger generation, it's much more easier. You need to patch them more, communicate very clear. And for the older generation, you need to be more like friend rather than leader, because most of my senior, I'm 50, but still about 55, 60. They are used to do the same things. Doesn't mean that when you use the same thing, you will create a good result. It will create more disruptive to you for you to move forward. But sometimes you need also to understand their strength and their weakness. Use their strength to support the juniors, and then use the strength of the juniors to support the weakness of the thing. So you cannot just get everybody understand, because at the end of the day, the change that made is the person itself, whether he want to change or not. The worst case scenario is just for you to let him go or let the person go. So because it's not in line with the direction that you want. The most important is for them to understand the direction of the organization and how organization helps the person to close up the skill set. You just cannot come in and put blame to them, while before this nobody or anyone did something to help them. So for the past 15 years of I'm doing the turnaround with the company, so it takes years for us to change the person, to get a proper change agent to encourage the community inside the finance to move forward. So it's not a short process. Like I said, it's a marathon process. I for the past 15 years, it take me more than 6 months or 1 year to do the culture change, especially on finance, because when they understand the importance or role of our finance, they start to believe it, and then when you put a trust for them to move forward to support the rest of the unit, you can see the good results. But there is also a little Napoleon that don't want to change. That one you have to handle it better. Make sure that you handle it together with your human resource unit, so that you need also to protect the integrity of the company, and also to ensure that we do the right things. That need to be careful also. That's what I'm learned from my transformation process with all the company that I've been to since CIMB.
Okay, and also the courage of using the authority that you have from the board, right? Yeah, that's very important.
Yes.
You need that courage and patience dealing with
Yep.
called slow people or reluctant to change people. Yet another question, I think it's a follow-up question for the previous question, but from other person, is from Timo. Regarding marathon mindset, how do you sustain it during the ongoing it's often exhausting process marathon, right?
Yep.
Of process of digital transformation within large organizations, especially when facing unexpected disruptions.
Can you repeat the question again?
Okay, regarding marathon mindset,
Okay.
how do you sustain it during the ongoing process of digital transformation? I think that the attendees, the person who asked this, has a picture in mind that digital transformation is a marathon process.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay.
how you keep your stamina?
If you look at my slide on the first slide, the second slide on the marathon, you face that there is one key that I didn't say anything. Yes, you need to have stamina. You need to be trained, because when you do a marathon, it took me about 24 weeks to train, from zero running capabilities to the 42 km capabilities. But there is a process that you can go faster. There is a process that you need to slow down your need, because you need to rethink what actually do. As well as digital, there is also a process that when the first start, you think that you can do faster. by the time you cannot see the result. It's long way. It is your ending will be long. So you start to be frustrated. Why can't it be faster? Because it's digital. But
Yeah.
actually, it takes patience for us to understand that there is also a loopholes that need to be corrected. And there also a team members. For me, it's my wife who support me while I'm down to continue to the journey. So that if yourself does not really have a good motivation to move forward, the team members that around you that will help you to carry forward. And the most important, the goal is actually is the same. If the management come in, they always come in when they're 2 years, management come in, they say that, oh, this is not good, they need to go this thing. That's the thing that you need to have that leader that understand you and then understand the whole process and believe that the end game is actually is better. And then if they want to put any adjustment or thing, it's for the betterment, for the improvement. So the whole process, yes, it will take time. You need to be patient and believe that at the end of the game, you will reach the goals. So that's the points that I want to share.
Yeah.
Hope this answer the questions.
Yeah. More questions are coming. Okay. So please be patient. Persistence in answering the questions. So from Pak Tubagus, as finance functions become more automated and AI-driven, what continuous measures or cultural practices are essential to ensure that trust, both internally and externally, remains paramount? So within the whole process of integrating AI and technology and automation into our organizations, are there any cultural practices or continuous measures to keep the trust in the paramount?
If you look at the changes happen using the AI or the finance team, everything, big company, they always have this culture teams that will help to communicate the changes, to keep alive with the changes. But for the smallest company, it depends on the leader itself, either CFO or CEO or the owner itself, to communicate things better. If you look at the more advanced company, they will be able to explain it towards the things. And if you look at the outside of the company that GRC that still old-fashioned, you need just to instruct, and then once you instruct, the result come out, it will be shared. So at the end of the day, it's about the community and the culture that you are in at the location that will decide how the thing move. It's not, it's a, what you call that, you look at the book, okay, this is a way of to do the culture change, you need to change agent. It will not apply. You can use the book as your guide, but at the end of the day, it's people like us, the accountant that have this ethical, that compass, that understand better with our proper guideline of professionalism that will help us to carry the weight and put it there. So I still remember last time when I come back from study, I did not do accounting actually. I did marketing. I spent 5 years for events, marketing, and promotions. I did sports promotion. I become a coordinator for the event, everything. Do the inaugural flight, do the golf World Cup, everything. And at one point, all my friends is already chartered accountant. It's only me as just only the executive with no professional qualification. I said that, wow, I cannot be this. I am good with my figures. I love figures, but I know what figures means. Is it a risk, opportunity, or actually is how you want to do it? So I'm looking at what kind of professional qualification that I want to do. then the question is, do I want to become a CFO, or I want to become a financial professional who has professional qualification, understand numbers that can go anywhere. So I choose the number two. So I found CIMA lah. And then I found the CIMA, I look at the CIMA, yeah, that's good. That's one thing. I want to use CIMA as my money, as my background, then I can go everywhere. So that one helped me to prepare. Help me to prepare CIMA helped me to prepare on the professional ethics and professional qualification that I learned from CIMA, the risk management, the culture, the HR. So I understand the whole process of the organization, not just internal but also the organization. So that's how it's moved. It takes years for you to understand it. For me, it takes more than 15 years to work on that, and then that's how it works. Hope answer the questions.
Yeah. So it's good that you mentioned your professional journey. I'm also surprised that you've taken the qualification, SEMA qualification, right after you finish your study in Queensland, right?
Yeah, no, after 5 years.
After 5 years.
After 5 years. I set it into the marketing side first, do the events marketing for 5 years. Then after 5 years, all my friends got CPA. My wife also chartered accountant.
Yeah.
And then I said, wow, only me left. So that's it. I try to go do my CPA also, but because of 5 years gap, then I tried the CA Australia. I passed the foundation, so it's tough, but come to the technical part, then I see that I'm not the person who can remember every sentence of the word at the standard.
Okay.
I understand how to use it, how to say it in English. So that now I understand that, yes, this is my strength, the numbers. So SEMA come to the pictures, and then the SEMA helped me. So where am I now lah? So it's helped me in the financial journey. It helped me to understand the culture, the more important about the culture, and be prepared to understand all. Because if for us a finance, we cannot just hope in our finance language. We need to able to explain our finance language to the other in the layman. Why I say that in English it's simple word, so that we don't shock sendiri lah kata in Malaysia. So because I come from marketing, I'll be able to talk to the marketing side on the accounting part, all these things, so they understand better. So then it's much more easier to work. And then I understand the culture of I try to understand why they behave like that, so that how finance can help them to change their behavior. So it's not about you. It's not about us of putting that, yeah, we are the accountant, you should listen to us. But we should also look on the other people, so that how you want to get respect actually is for us to respect them first. Then we can gain our respect towards to the end, and then working together for the success of the company lah.
Yeah, you respect other first, and then people respect you.
Yeah, part of it.
And do you think also it applies also for trust? Trust other people first, and then they can give you trust.
I believe people can say anything, but you need to trust them. But if God with you, the facts will come back to you very fast. Whether this person lied to you, the other facts will come into you to fit you, that to give you the right information for you to make a better decision. But you cannot just trust it, but you need to understand why they do that. Sometimes people do that because they want to protect their job, they want to protect their rezeki, all these things. So that's the thing. So that's helped me a lot. As accountant, first when I come back to accountant, memang I don't trust others, because I believe that there are something that they are trying to hide. So, but when you start putting back the trust, then they share the issues. So then you will be able to make a better judgment and better decision for that.
Okay. So let's in relation to that, let's get back to your presentation slide.
Okay.
You mentioned about the skill set in the digital age, right?
Yeah.
You found that I think it's sourced from CIMA.
It's
Okay.
it's all the source then from
Okay,
CIMA.
all the source.
Yep.
Yeah, and which one to start first? I don't think you can start simultaneously, but where to start the journey? From where?
The skill set that you have actually, for me, when I put it, is more like communications. You on digital communication soft skills, so you need to have that. We all have that communication skills, the business skill set. When we have that, then the rest of the 4 items that we need to learn is much more easier, because we communicate and we learn, and then we'll be able to do that. So for me, it's all equally important. You cannot just focus on one, but you need to have all, especially on the CFO, the leader right now. You need to have these 5 skill set. If the younger accountant, you need to develop this skill set fairly, so that it become part of your DNA, so that you will be able to understand better and provide, you can do your job better on that, and then you are still relevant for more years to come, for new accountant that 20 years old, 25 years old, when you got the first accountant. So you need to prepare what's next of the 10 years in generation. You cannot just say that, oh, this is what we are. Then for us, last time, I start late. I only got my qualification in 2009 after 6 years of study. I go through every single SEMA steps. I did the top SEMA, the last one. And then that process helped me to where am I now? So that's helped that you are constantly change. Then you need to get ready with all these skill set that you have. So even though you have a smaller skill set, but still you understand it, you're able to manage it and better to communicate to the rest of the. So at the end, you got all AI to help you with your keperluan.
AI to help us with our issues. So
Yes,
that's
that's good. Last time when I asked my younger accountant or finance executive, either I have to go and ask them, or it'll be another week after that. But with I just do for 5-10 minutes. I got the answer. Then I go to the finance exec and ask the same question, and I see how long it will come back to me. Because at the end of it, it's a big company. Uh, the big company now start to invest in AI. They're using their financial, all the data they have, then they put it into AI so that they can interpret and analyze the data, so that will help the executive to make more better decisions. So with the internally AI approved by the company itself, of course there will be somebody to look on it, make sure everything, then it's much more easier. So the thing can go faster. So I can see the big company right now, they invest in AI to help the executive to make decision better and smarter lah.
okay. There's also one question related to that from Emmy. Can you share within your professional experience, what is your biggest achievement in turnaround with assistance of AI? Or AI takes some part of that issues and then help you to turn around?
AI just recently been openly available for the past 2-3 years. So basically, during my current position, I'm finishing my contract. I'm currently completed my task to change the alarm. We already submitted the university college application. So AI helps me a lot in not just managing it, but also to communicate better to my team using a language that I'll be able to expand it to Malay, English, in more simpler so that every single stage of my organization understand better. So that not all, because when you in the education background, there is a lecturer, there are PhD holder, master holder. So you need to treat them differently. There are also a community that work as a facility management, the technician that helps to everything. You need also to communicate differently. So AI helped me to change the lingo of my language and also to put finance into different perspective of the different angle for the different segment that I want to talk to. So that's the thing that I'm start using it. So that's more clear. Even for the board, when I prepare everything, so it's helped me to do that. Even for today, it only took me about half an hour for me to prepare my step. I just pump in data that I have, my CV, my data, what I want to say, everything, all the topic, put it all the SEMA, everything, pump it to the AI, then voila, it come out. But at the end of the day, you need to amend it. You need to make sure that, yes, correct, the fact is betul, the fact is correct, is fair. You go back to the source, you read the source, you understand the source, and then yes, you do that. So that 5 things that I look in it, first I thought there is not a framework because it is come from the mostly of everything. AI comprise it and put it as this is the 5 things that you need to have. Then I start to go with the strategic thinking and digital promotion. So where is source come on? Then I start to read. Oh, okay, yes, I agree. And then I confirm it and I put it to my slides. That's how it works like for me.
Yeah, congratulations also for the achievement from Alam.
Hopefully, hopefully the government will approve our application.
Yeah.
So I complete.
So what happened after your application approved by the government? What happened after that?
Alam will then be recognized as a University College, Maritime University College, Malaysia Maritime University College. So and then for the Malaysian ATA 55, ATA University, the Vice Chancellor actually is the person who are managing the University College. I'm not educationally qualified. I'm more financially qualified and transporter. So I have to step down and then move to things. That's I've been employed for. I've been employed to make sure that we submit our application and do the transformation so that the people will understand better why we need to change. So the next process is hand over back to the MIC for them to continue the process. So now I'm looking for new challenge.
Okay, start your new marathon, yeah?
Yeah, new marathon.
Yeah, so well, it's kind of interesting. Most of us accountant are perhaps our character is more like to be stable in a stable career, not too many interruption or banks. Okay, but I think you're different. You seek continuously for new challenges so you can leveling up in your life journey.
Yep, agreed. I do believe actually when I first when I moved out from Malaysia Airlines to CIMB Bank, I realized that actually when I moved to another job, it's my journey to prepare myself to understand better, to gain knowledge, and to prepare for the bigger things or smaller things. So I believe that the process that I'm doing after this one is to prepare me for something better for me and also for the community itself. So I'm firm believer of that. So I hope still the same. So and then up to the God to decide.
Yeah. So what? Okay, so I see quite numbers of young accountants here as audiences, and I think some aspiring professional accountant also here. So do you have any specific character or ability or specific uh, competencies you seek at the new generations of accountants that are ready to step into the finance industry from various backgrounds. Do you have that kind of do you have a suggestion for youngsters?
For
Gen Zs.
Gen Z who are, I think most of our audience actually a young chartered accountant or finance background.
Yeah.
For you to move forward to the future, I firmly believe that the trust, the ethics that we have, that keep our grounded, that will play important role in managing your future, your future. So you need to be trusted. You need also to have ethics in your need, and you need to believe that you're doing the right things. If you are, because most of it, if you want to have fast recognition, you can go to the TikTok. You can do all these things, but at the end of the day, what is this you want in your life? To be recognized as what? So for me, I choose on my ethical, on my belief, and my firm. Last GLC, we are working with the Selangor State. They know me as Kayu Pembaris.
Kayu Pembaris.
I'm very strict.
Okay.
So what is right is right, what is wrong is wrong. But you need to have that, because then people will start to believe that you have the principle. Yes, that will carry your weight, but actually at the end of the day, it's your choice. It's your choice how to portray yourself. Certain people like finance mostly, they are very gung ho, because they want to take the money and then get the money, and then will they do the things. But still, people who you are and why you're doing this. When I run the marathon, there is an ethic, and then they said to me, "Yes, remember why you do this." So I said, okay, good reminder. So at the end of the day, for the young generation, remember why you want to do this, why you choose accountant as your professional. What is your belief that accounting that will bring benefits to you and your community and your other key stakeholders?
Yeah, so if I may conclude on that last part of our discussion, is that character is the first quality that they have to earn, right?
Yep.
For the young accountant and youngsters.
Yep.
That characters will lead you to your brand, personal brand.
Yes.
Either you can be addressed as a Kayu Pembaris.
Okay.
Okay, but I think it's very hard to find a good character.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's no textbook on that. And most of the time, I know that people will go up to their high ranks because of their character, their embedded character. So I think what you said very profound, Eddie. Do your work home about your character, and as I also in Arabic or Quranic verse again, inamal amalu binniyat.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
that's correct.
Remember, guys, when you try to start anything in your life, answer this: why are you doing this?
Yeah. Agreed.
Because the end result, it's not will be too far from your motivation, the first motivation.
Yep.
Okay, Eddie, is there anything else that would like to add?
I'm sharing a lot. I hope that will help a lot of your members to understand better. So I'm still learning working hard to understand better. Sometimes my decision, I say good things, but I also made a very hard decision. So we are bound, when you make hard decision, you are bound to be reported. But if you are firm believer what you do that the right things, then be yourself on that. So don't worry about what other people say about it, because you know that when you do the right thing, a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, I know. The taller the tree, the stronger to win.
Yes.
Ya, as Indonesia said. Semakin tinggi pohon, semakin kencang angin di atas. So,
Iya betul.
yeah. So thank you Eddie for the time and your sharing. That concludes our session. I would like to return to Silvana. Silvana, please.
All right, thank you so much for the wonderful sessions, Eddie and Padeni. With this, we would like to close the session. We also would like to thank all the participants for your time today, and we apologize if we have any shortcomings. Thank you everyone once again, and we hope to see you in the next event.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye all. Thank you Eddie. Thank you Silvana. Bye-bye.
Bye.
How would you like to describe your role in an organization? As a finance professional, an analyst, a strategist, a risk manager? As a SEMA member and a CGMA designation holder, you will be carrying out all of these roles. The SEMA qualification prepares you for a career in business and finance and equips you to be an impact maker. By combining financial and management accounting and incorporating digitalization and technological skills throughout, the SEMA qualification will give you a holistic view of the business. You'll gather information on revenue, cash flow, and outstanding debts, and evaluate them in the context of your company's internal and external ecosystem.
By analysing financial and non-financial data, you will notice patterns, foresee risks, spot opportunities, inform and assist decisions that add value. In short, your work will play a critical role in day-to-day management, corporate strategy and organisational growth. The skills and competencies you develop will add versatility and flexibility to your professional profile and will position you for a role in a variety of industries and functions, not just in finance. That's because the CIMA qualification is built on the updated CIMA competency framework. Along with the technical, business, people and leadership skills, it now includes digital skills as a core competency to equip you for the digital future in which businesses will operate. What that means is you will be equipped with the knowledge to collect and prepare information for various stakeholders, analyze data from a holistic business perspective to turn it into insights and strategies, communicate effectively to influence decisions, and lead your peers, the finance function and the organisation through disruption, transformation and digitalisation. You can start studying with CIMA regardless of your previous education or work experience. If you don't have a relevant business degree, you may start with the CIMA Certificate in Business Accounting. Once you pass the 4 exams at this level, you can proceed to the CIMA Professional Qualification. The professional qualification consists of 3 levels: operational, management and strategic. Each level consists of 3 objective tests and a case study exam. The diploma and advanced diploma in management accounting that you receive at the end of the operational and management levels mark your success within the qualification. Being successful in the strategic case study caps off the CIMA professional qualification. Once you provide 3 years of relevant practical experience, you'll be awarded the CIMA membership at an associate level, the ACMA, or as a fellow member, FCMA, along with the CGMA designation. CIMA offers exemptions and pathways to fast-track you through the qualification if you have relevant qualification or work experience. If you're studying to be or are a Bachelor in Business Studies, you may start at the operational level. If you're studying to be or are a Bachelor in Accounting or Finance, you may be eligible to start at the management level. If you hold an MBA with a specialization in accounting or a Master's in accounting, you can take the Master's Gateway route and start directly at the Management Case Study exam. For updates on our exemptions, refer to our exemption search database on cimaglobal.com.
Terima kasih Bapak Ibu, kami akhiri kegiatan dari SEMA dan webinar. Sampai ketemu lagi di lain kesempatan. Kami tutup ini dalam hitungan ketiga, 1, 2, 3. Terima kasih Bapak.